Hey guys, so today we are making a greenhouse out of these plastic tub shelves. I saw somebody doing it and I thought it was really cool, and I saw this at the thrift store, so I said let's try it. So I have my seeds and I have some little potting planters that I got. And the seeds that I have, not everything is going to be planted in here. Some is going to go like in my yard because I have some flowers, but I've got watermelon. And I think there's one more in here. No, we have watermelon. These are going to go in my yard. These are sunflowers. No, wildflowers. They're going to go in my yard. But cucumber, watermelon, sweet peppers, tomatoes. These are more wildflowers. They're going to go in my yard. Marigolds, they do really good in my yard because it gets really hot. And we have some okra, and back to the watermelon again. So all the vegetables we're going to be putting in here, and this is going to be our greenhouse. So we have our potting soil here, and then we have our spade and our little seedling cup. So let's get farming. I guess you can call it farming. Gardening? Is this a gardening activity or a farming activity? We could be farmers today. All right, so we're just going to separate these cups, and I guess I'll just lay them, I'll put some in here and we'll just take them out as we go. And this is kind of exciting. I've been wanting to plant some vegetables, but there's really no place for me to grow them. I'm going to stick it here so everybody can see what I'm doing. Can y'all see? Everybody can see? Let the class see what's going on, please. Okay. All right, so we have our potting soil, and I'm just using, it's probably backwards to y'all, but it's just Miracle-Gro garden soil for in-ground use. So just going to go ahead and fill these cups up. Everybody can see. And I'm excited. Some tomatoes and cucumbers. Is it better if I turn this way? Is that better for y'all? Maybe. I charged my microphone. Hopefully it's working. I guess I should have tested it before I started my video. There's a lot of like bark in here. I guess it's supposed to be like that. Guys, I'm not a farmer. Like we used to have some plants that grew, and when my kids were younger, and I grew tomatoes and okra and spinach, and what else did we grow? We grew lettuce, we grew peppers, and it was always something we enjoyed. It wasn't like a big garden or anything like that, but our kids worked it a lot with us. And then as they grew older, I was just like, I have to do this all by myself now. So there went the gardening. Because when you got kids, it's easy. It's fun when you got kids. When you have to do it all by yourself, it's kind of stinky. Of course, I would get my boys out there in the garden, and we would weed out the garden. And I'm working hard. I'm weeding our garden. And I tell you, every time my youngest would be falling asleep between the rows. He just, I don't know, that boy is a little different. But it was always fun. Okay, so we got our, I'm thinking I don't want to have too, I guess if I have too much, I could just stick the dirt back in here. I would say so. I sure hope this microphone's working so y'all can hear me, because if not, I'm making a video for nobody, for the birds and the squirrels and my Ellie Bobelli, wherever she is, our little dog running around. She'll be over here being nosy in a minute. What you got? What you doing? She's so nosy. But springtime is here, and everybody is getting ready, and everybody is, can y'all still see me? I think y'all can. And I'm excited to have these. Y'all hang on, I gotta go get my bag. It's blowing away. This is all our trash. We don't want our trash blowing in the yard. Okay. Geez, I really hope y'all can hear me. If not, I guess I could just like make a sound over, a voiceover. If y'all can't hear me, probably what I'll do. But we shall see. Okay, so we got our dirt in our little planters here. And we got our dirt on top of our greenhouse as well. You know, one thing I didn't do? I didn't get my watering can, but I'll get that in a bit. All right, so let's go ahead and pick, what are we going to plant first? Let's go ahead and go with, what about cucumber? That sounds fun. Okay, you know what I thought? I probably should have filled these halfway and then covered them, but it's okay. We could press these seeds down. I may have to take my gloves off for this one. All right, so we'll press the seeds down in here. Y'all need to come closer, or can y'all see? All right, so just so y'all can see, we're just pressing the seeds down in there. A couple of them at a time. Video's almost out of time. I gotta hurry up. I talk a lot. Probably talk too much. All right, so we're gonna do this. And my video's almost up. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop it for now, and then I'll restart it and let y'all see what I planted. All right, so we got all of our seeds planted. We got one down there, and then we have some in there. I had to take my gloves off because it was not working very well for me. So now we're just going to close these up. All right, guys, so this is our greenhouse that we made out of a thrift line. Everything's in here. We're going to give it a couple weeks to start sprouting, and we'll come back and look at it, and I'll make another video to show y'all exactly what's happened. But I think it's pretty cool. I'm excited. We're going to have some vegetables.